have felt a great disturbance in the Grappler force. So, a couple months ago, I saw this post come up, and I didn't think too much of it. Just a typical Tampa Never Sleeps, the biggest online weekly in North America, oftentimes cracking between 200 to 500 people every week with all the best players in NA. Graphics showing off the top 8 with NuckleDu using DJ, which was a little surprising. But then I looked a little bit closer, and something else caught my eye. MenaRD there in 7th with his freshly minted Gief, Season 2 Gief right there. And I thought that was a very, very interesting thing. And you might be wondering, why is MenaRD, the EVO Japan 2024 champion, the EVO 2023 runner-up, Street Fighter League World Champion, using Zangief? Well, he's primarily known, if you only know him for Street Fighter 6, for using Blanca and Luke in Street Fighter 6. But, he's an OG at this point, right? Because he actually, beyond that's all his accolades in Street Fighter 6, he won Capcom Cup 2017 with exclusively Birdie. Birdie was his main for a very long time in Street Fighter V before adding other characters to his arsenal. And Birdie is, like Zangief, Grappler. He's a bit more of a buttonsy brawler with a few more tricks up his sleeves rather than just raw strike throw mix, but he's definitely a grappler and uses the grappler mindset. And you know what? He's literally in the game as Birdie. So this might be, I feel weird bringing this up, but I feel like there might be actually people who watch this on Twitch and YouTube who legitimately don't know that MenaRD was a Birdie main in Street Fighter V, and after winning Capcom Cup 2017, he put himself in the game. This is literally the costume. Back in the day, they actually used to give the Capcom Cup champions custom costumes to put into Street Fighter V, which was amazing. RD are there in the chain. This is literally MenaRD. He's in the game as Birdie. That's how much this character means to him, of course. But then, the signs started creeping up that in Street Fighter 6, he's finally starting to return to his grappler ways. As you see here, is this my new main? MenaRD there doing the pose. Gief in the thumbnail, highlights of himself cooking online with and in tournament with Street Fighter 6 Zangief. But we finally got to see his Zangief be put to the test in Arm the Rebels. Here, he actually made it to Graham's Finals. This is the tournament series put on by NuckleDu and his sponsor. This was the finals of, I think, the overall season of it. So Punk and MenaRD in grand finals. Punk actually put MenaRD in losers by finally overcoming his Blanca MenaRD demon. He beat MenaRD's Blanca in a set for the first time in forever. And then after losing one with Blanca in the grand finals from loser side, he swapped to Zangief, won a game, and then he got this round as well. Sweep. Drive rush knee in, that is plus. Trying to bait a reversal right there. Punk jumps away from the mix. Footsies confirms the stand light kick whip punish, gets him with the drive rush headbutt plus frames. Sit down where you're going, headbutt there. Headbutt again. Baits out the jump with the walk back lariat, which lets him get the pickup with the OD air SPD damage. Look at the control. The Zangief was real. I saw this one live and I was like, wait a minute, the Zangief is really real. And it's not just the grappler game here. The neutral is good too, because remember, he's not just buffering here stand light kick into drive rush mindlessly, right? If you buffer lights into drive rush, it'll come out on whiff. So this first stand light kick, he didn't press drive rush behind it. He confirmed that there was a whiff there, baited it out by whiffing his first stand light kick, got the whiff punish, you get the whole party started and had all the reads and the mind games going. So huge damage there. Punk then did, of course, eventually go on to actually win that tournament, but he almost got a reset. It was 3-2 when Punk won the first set. MenaRD says second place at ATR. The Nerfs plus Punk level up have affected the Blanca versus Cammy matchup a lot, much harder now. In other news, my Zangief. A lot of second places are a big sign of good luck. It is coming soon. And this was early before EVO. Well, how did EVO actually go for MenaRD? Well, it didn't go great for him for his standards. 17th place out of 5,000 plus attendees is nothing to scoff at. Of course, it's a really great placement, and he took out a lot of really strong players, but ultimately he fell to Aqua and Nemo during his run and wasn't really using Zangief during any of this. So, that's a far cry from his first place at EVO Japan and his second place at EVO 2023, making it to the grand finals. But you know what? There's still other events on the horizon, because coming up soon is Esports World Cup, which MenaRD is qualified for. EVO is the prestige, but Esports World Cup is the money. $1 million plus prize pool on the line for Esports World Cup. So MenaRD, what is he up to right now? Mission accomplished, number one. Horror show? Someone's gonna have to hit me with the translate on that one. He is in Japan terrorizing everybody with Zangief. Here he is, number one ranked Zangief in the world right now. Of course, being in Japan, there's a much higher pool of MR. So basically if you want to see your true MR, you gotta be in Japan, because there's a much higher pool of players, so the economy is much healthier. So high-level players in NA tend to have less MR than if they went to Japan. So MenaRD took his talents to Japan, has been grinding online with the best of the best. #1 Zangief in ranked in the world, which is really surprising to see. So what has he been cooking up with this Zangief? Well, people have been posting the highlights of MenaRD running amok in ranked. Here is Akira going up against MenaRD. Akira, like one of the best Kami players, arguably the best Kami in Japan, went really far in the last online CPT. Here's a highlight he has versus MenaRD. MenaRD in burnout, only 1 bar to his name. Remember, Zangief with 1 bar, that is not an invincible reversal. If you get put into a stringed DI, this will not actually break the DI at all. If there's a big enough gap, you can level 1 out of there. But essentially, MenaRD is in a situation where if Akira sets up any kind of string into a DI, drive rush fierce or something, drive rush medium to DI, he is gonna eat that stun. So what does he do? The pixels don't do it justice. Twitter, please. So you're gonna have to use your imagination here with the pixels here. But as he lands the jump, he sees the DI and buffers the Tundra Storm. Actually lands a Tundra Storm in a real match. What people often claim to be the absolute worst move in the game. It has its uses because it does counter Kick's moves. Kami's DI ends with a kick. It's considered a kick move. So that was the one ace in the hole he had here to avoid this situation. So he's able to react to the DI, get a big chunk of damage right there, find the pressure after has recovered from burnout, and secure the win. But that's not all. Hot Dog is also up next here. Hot Dog from Hong Kong, one of the best Street Fighter V Bison, super consistent DJ, was doing really well in the offline tournament scene in Street Fighter 6, now rocking M Bison. Here he is going up against Hot Dog, M Bison Zangief. Baits out the parry there with the empty jump there in the corner. Drive rush and sweep. Air to air jump medium kick. Drive rush combo drops. Doesn't matter. Time for neutral. Jump medium kick. Jump medium kick. Jump medium kick. Denied. Combos dropped. But don't worry, because it's time for neutral. Jump medium kick. Jump medium kick. Bullying Hot Dog 29 there with the jump medium kick. Hey, you might not like it, but this is peak Street Fighter 6 right here. So first of all, you can see the conditioning, because on this jump right here, he doesn't press the jump medium kick. Zangief jump medium kick hits really low to the ground, so you have to anti-air it very early. And for M Bison, his crouch fierce, if he doesn't have charge to do like a Psycho Crusher, his crouch fierce is a good anti-air, but it's a little bit on the slower side and doesn't have like a really retracted hurt box, so it's easily stuffed by a move like jump medium kick if you're not very early with the anti-air. So this first parry was obviously Hot Dog trying to parry out of the situation. He reads that, and then once Hot Dog is low in life, he can't afford to trade with any of these jump-ins. So MenaRD recognizes that situation, just abusing the fact that Hot Dog doesn't have the life to spare. Jump medium kick, jump medium kick. So very smart, if not obnoxious and unorthodox looking gameplay there from MenaRD. Here he is also up against Lord Kazunoko, one of the best to ever do it, playing these Kami in Street Fighter 6. Look at the neutral. Look at this tech right here. Drive rush, armored stand, heavy punch to break through the DP. So he has the tech. He's not just doing bullying and neutral, playing like, you know, real ham-fisted. He also has the setups and everything. Straight through the DP for massive damage right there. Back to the footsies game. Controlling in the corner. Pressing the big buttons, jab, whip punish right there. Controlling the corner, stand fierce to knock him out of the air. Finds the counter poke to secure the perfect. I mean, look at this setup. This is so cheeky here to go for the drive rush stand fierce there, knowing that it would potentially cover a reversal there from Kazunoko. Even Tokido had to get a little bit of that work as well. Here's MenaRD going up against Tokido, the man who he won his Capcom Cup Championship over in 2017. MenaRD on a pixel and change in the corner here against Tokido. Parries out to survive the DI. He didn't have the health there to counter the DI in return. How is he going to escape this situation? Gets the Stand Like a drive rush to throw. Puts Tokido in the corner. And what just happened? What just happened? All right, we got the hard reads. We got the hard reads. So if you guys are aware with sort of the meta with drive rush cancel, most high level players who have like a 5-frame invincible reversal, like a typical Shoto EX reversal, Ken, Ryu, and like a Luke, you have an option called drive reversal DPOS. Essentially, when you see a drive rush cancel from things like lights or mediums, Zangief Stand Like it kind of operates like a medium in terms of block stun into drive rush. You cancel into, or you immediately do a reversal OD Shoryuken. And if they go for something with a gap, like reset into a throw, the DP will come out. If they do a tight block string, you go back to blocking after doing the Shoryuken, and you'll just block it out. So it's meant to interrupt drive rush pressure where you leave gaps, because during a drive rush, you can't block. You have to cancel into a move. So you have to cancel into something offensive. So after getting the first stand light kick into throw here, and you notice how it's a counter hit throw. Maybe Tokido messed up his DP input in that instance. He recognizes that that's a high level tactic that Tokido and other high level Japanese players like to use. So did the commitment to bait out that option, you know, putting himself in burnout in the process, where even Chip would have killed him from the OD DP. Level 1 scoops him out of the OD DP. So it makes even your guaranteed option select to avoid any offensive pressure, to force them to keep things safe and airtight. It punishes you for it. So he has the tech and he has the reads. And not just Tokido getting this work, but of course the GOAT Daigo MenaRD has been up against Daigo as well in his adventures here in Japan. Here he is trying to rush down Daigo in the corner. Daigo finds the drive rush cancel into the tick demon to start working on a comeback here. He's going to get the big damage and force the burnout. Once again, MenaRD, only 1 bar super to his name, which is not invincible. So DIs in the corner will be pretty much guaranteed if he gets the airtight string to DI. So Daigo trying to bully MenaRD to the corner, but look at how he controls the space. He has a lot of screen space that he has to make up for, and just manages to survive the burnout situation. But Daigo now, he has the corner. In burnout though, MenaRD just playing the nooch. Not just reads, not just tech, but just clean neutral with a character who has definitely had his neutral buff. Look at the whiff punish in the final moment as well. Just kept his cool, knew there was no threat if he blocked it out once he got put into this burnout situation. Daigo spent all his resources to try to make something happen, and then just played the clean neutral. Look at the clean whiff punish. Walked into range, bulldogging in. Just, it's actually very pristine. Look at the screen space he's occupying. Walked back right as Daigo tried to walk in for the fierce. Clean whiff punish right there. But, of course, it's not just clean gameplay. Look, I know Daigo's the GOAT. But he's not immune to getting got as well. So it's not just Tokido, it's Daigo as well. You thought he was going to resort just back to the footsies game. No. Everyone's getting got by the good stuff. So that's what makes MenaRD Zangief so scary, is that it's not just the hard reads, it's not just the tech, it's not just the footsies, it's all of it together. So MenaRD is looking really ferocious with Zangief, which is really interesting to see. And I would be personally extremely terrified to go up against this man rocking a character like Zangief. Zangief is already scary enough as it is. With a pilot like MenaRD, it's sure to be extremely dangerous. And this is key because, like I mentioned, Esports World Cup is coming up in the next week. So MenaRD currently seems to be grinding Zangief heavily. So there's a high chance he might bring out Zangief at an extremely high stakes tournament. Remember, $1 million+ prize pool on the line for this event. MenaRD is definitely a player who likes to play for the big prize pools. He's won the Capcom Cup twice. He likes to give it his all when the stakes are extremely high. So it'll be interesting to see how much he balances playing Luke, Blanca, and Zangief. Maybe he's going to be dropping some of those previous characters entirely. So who knows? What I can see for sure, though, is that everyone going to Esports World Cup is looking at the footage of MenaRD right now rocking Zangief, and they know they have a big problem on their hands. That's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think about MenaRD rocking some Zangief. Let me know what you think about his Zangief. I think it looks really good, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.